Previously on Almost Better Than Dragons.
There was a plane crash in Canada. There was actually an experimental biological weapon on board that turned people into what they call zombies. You guys are currently in Newark International Airport. Matt had previously described this character as looking like an older Jeff Goldblum.
So my character's name is Sick Rhymes.
Goes around shooting animals, stuffing them, selling them for huge profit.
So I just decide to sneak in one of the bags pretty much. I just empty it and then get in.
You guys are told to board your plane. The attendant takes your tickets. You manage to get your zipper open on the bag a little bit, but it gets caught in your beard.
I said, hell yeah, I'm gonna drag you down with me.
You guys see a disturbance through the window in the airport, and you hear your captain coming along. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some disturbances inside the airport.
Say, let's all join in prayer.
So you can see other people on the planes panicking a little bit, like, what's going on? What the hell? You hear that they may or may not be thinking about putting on Last Holiday starring Queen Latifah. You don't find super fancy wine, but you do find a couple boxes of wine that people were smuggling. You guys are landing in Churchill. You don't know what you're landing into either, based on the terror that you saw.
Fatal error he made in 1967.
City without food, water, and medical supplies. People and local officials who live in the area have been critical of what they see as a
Israel should have refrained from conducting any activity.
many dead bodies in New Orleans, in the water, or in buildings. But the head of the American Public Health Association...
This was a different kind of war. No armies came to our shores. Our military was not the principal target.
There was a plane crash in Canada. There was an experimental biological weapon on board that turned people into zombies. Yep. All right, guys. So everyone, you guys just landed, and you notice things are pretty peaceful in this area. It's a beautiful, beautiful area.
It's Canada.
Yeah, it's Canada. It's wilderness. You guys are in Churchill, Canada, right now, and there's light snow falling, and it's a little cold. You guys start getting off the plane. What do you guys do? You guys just getting off?
Yeah, I'm going for a luggage.
Yeah, okay. I scared the shit out of the luggage people, I think.
Yeah, they noticed that there's a moving bundle of clothing and jackets in the bottom of the plane, and there's just a whole bunch of empty wine boxes around them.
So can I, roll to see how I emerge or something? I pretty much want to, emerge with, a fur coat and scare them, thinking that I'm a monster and just, run away.
Before you do that, I want you to roll to see how much piss is on the floor around you. Because you drank multiple boxes of wine.
Well,
He just refilled the wine boxes.
Yeah, and I put them in the corner, the far corner.
Roll for accuracy.
Yeah, I'll have you roll. Oh god, what kind of check would that be?
A urine roll.
We're gonna have you roll a disguise check.
There we go.
Wait, I think I have disguise.
You have a 0.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Okay, so I'm rolling. Wow.
1.
Right, so they know that you're some fucking stowaway. They can see that you're a stowaway very easily.
It's pretty obvious.
Pissed everywhere.
They're like, what the fuck are you doing in here? How'd you even get in here?
Is that the slap on the wrist and he's out?
No, they're staring at you, waiting for
you.
Oh,
they're expecting me to respond?
You to talk.
I think they would be a lot more polite about it, because they are Canadian, so they'd probably apologize.
No, I remain silent, and...
Look, I apologize for my language, but what the fuck are you doing here?
I remain silent and just shrug.
Great answer.
All right. Well then, come with me. We're gonna go see what we can do about sending you back to Newark.
No, is there a way for that I like roll to see if I can escape them? Because I have some like brawling abilities. Like I'm not about to like let
You're
these
just gonna
guys.
sprint?
Yeah, these are some like bag movers. I can take them down. I've been in many a fight.
All right.
How many are there? 2 of these dudes
There's
or 1?
2 of them.
I thought
and
so.
They're wearing the usual luggage stuff. They have the headphones on.
How about Sick Rhymes walks down the plane, he gets off, and he smells the wine on Graybeard, and knows a fellow lush when he smells him, and comes over and tries to play him off like it's his buddy, and we've just been binge drinking all weekend and are
Well,
coming
you're
back.
in luck. It's because of being such a small airport. Everyone kind of, you guys ever get on a plane through the stairs?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I
It's a small
imagine we were
airport,
getting
so
off
they
at.
have to unload everyone through the stairs.
Yeah.
And so everyone's unloading, and you guys can see a scuffle getting ready to break out. They have Graybeard literally by his beard, and they look pretty average in size. So what do you guys do?
Can I go for a deception check and try to play it off like he's my buddy, and we're just gonna... He just got into the wrong section of the plane. It's a complete misunderstanding.
Let's see here. Yeah, you can. Yeah, why not?
I'm a happy drunk.
Let's see what happens.
That's a charisma check.
That's
yeah.
my kind of cop.
Yeah, is that charisma?
Yeah, you get a +1 to that.
Yeah, so do I just roll a d20?
Yeah, just roll a d20.
9. So +1 is 10.
So, alright, well, they look a little skeptical. They're like, I don't know. He doesn't look like he would be hanging out with you. You two look like completely different individuals.
And that's the magic of alcohol. It brings people together from different walks.
Well, I see you do have escape artist,
That I do.
list.
Okay, sleight of hand I got is rank 4.
Yeah,
And plus 3 for
yeah.
dex. So, and that is also a 9, so that's 16.
Okay.
And then escape artist, where is it? I got rank 1 and then plus for dex bonus.
Yeah, I'm looking at your
So-
character sheet.
That'll be 18 plus 4, so that's 22.
Okay, you kind of just grab him and mutter some gibberish at them, and they kind of seem a little puzzled. But then when they turn around, you guys are both gone.
Sweet, dude. Thanks for getting me out of this mess.
Like a pair of drunken ninjas.
You guys, they hear a whooshing sound.
You
Whoa,
just-
where'd they go, eh?
Yeah.
And then they just shrug their shoulders and go back to pulling luggage from the plane.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you gotta...
where did they go?
Well, they just slipped back in with the rest of the passengers coming
Okay.
off the plane.
We have quite the drunken story to tell our friends. Like, I found this guy underneath the plane,
Pulled out this crazy wizard-looking fellow and
and we were
decided-
both drunk as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
All right, they usher you guys into there are people leading you guys, like taking you into the airport, and when you guys get in there, you notice there's huge news feeds, stuff going on the TVs inside the airport by the luggage claim. Most of it's just breaking news, mysterious incident at Newark Airport leaves airport erupting in flames, and you see people running like on fire out of the airport, just like screaming, and
God.
there's an unexplained amount of people coming out of the airport. There's more. It looks like there are more people coming out of the airport than were there originally that you guys had saw or seen. What do you guys do? You guys are in how do you guys react first off to seeing that, I guess?
I elbow Graybeard and I go, at least we're not there anymore, am I right? Oh, I'm sad now. Because the happy drunk's
I
going
make
away.
the sign of the cross, and I sort of bow my head in a moment of silence.
You see the rest of the passengers like sort of like nodding their heads in approval that
Of-
you're
of me
you're
or
praying
of,
for
the
what
Reverend?
happened. Like, oh, you're such a good person for doing this. You're such a good individual for being reverent in this manner, and it makes the other passengers that just got off the plane feel a little bit better to see someone praying for the events of Newark, New Jersey.
Well, they need prayer anyway, but that's a different story.
It's not just in this scenario.
Tyler, what are you doing when you see the news?
Thank God this plane wasn't late. And I'm gonna go buy the pilot a drink.
Planes that comes out of Newark on time or leaves Newark on time, so it's crazy.
Which this is fantasy. Just from.
Oh wait, this is a little late, but can I say that I went through Tyler's bag and grabbed one of his favorite stuffed animals? Just as a sidekick.
I guess it's not really relevant, but I guess that works. It's whatever.
You just add it to your inventory.
Cool. What? I'm not sure what animal it is. What kind of animals did you have in your bags?
I guess just something like a stuffed rabbit.
Okay.
Something that kept your you probably tucked it into one of your jackets to keep extra heat in.
Yeah.
And to have a friend. I'll love him and pet him and take care of him.
And so all right, so you guys are at baggage claim waiting for your bags. Now you're a criminal.
Hell yeah.
Graybeard, you're a criminal. Are you thinking about taking a bag?
Yeah, because I need some new clothes. I mean, I was gonna settle with just the rabbit, but I don't know. I'm sure I could get more than just that. But the thing is, I'm hanging out with this guy I just met, so I'm kind of also leery. I'm not sure I want to just steal something right in front under this guy's nose. I might have to lose him.
Well, he wouldn't know, honestly, because...
Oh, true.
I mean, I guess he would because he helped you get out of underneath the plane, so he knew you didn't really have a bag.
He's still inebriated, though, so I might be able to,
He's holding up my drunken corpse, so he's my best friend right now.
Okay, do you want to?
So I basically ask Sick Rhymes if he can help me with my bags, and I say these 3 bags are mine.
Okay, roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay, you grab a...
It was a 13.
Yeah, the first bag that you point at it looks like, it's got, it's like a pink child's bag.
God damn it.
A little roller bag, and it's got Mickey Mouse on the front of it. And then the second one you point at is a incredibly large piece of luggage, rectangular in shape, that also has wheels. And then the third thing you grab is a duffel bag that's around medium size, but is kind of heavy. It's probably about 25 pounds.
Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds like a good grab.
So I guess Sick Rhymes helps you take these bags that don't belong to you, and helps you heft them. I guess. Which one do you want to carry? The pink one?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll wear the pink backpack, and then I'll is it backpack style, or how is that one?
It's a little wheelie one.
Oh, the wheelie. I'll wheel that, and then I'll duffel bag in my hand the other one, and he gets the massive thing.
Okay, so he's trying to drag this huge, massive briefcase.
Drunk
style,
strength. He's got this.
Oh yeah.
All right, and the rest of you guys get your bags then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a fairly large crate. I need a luggage cart, one of those little metal luggage carts.
Okay.
What are you?
So
bringing?
I go over and I sort of stand next to the little machine that dispenses them for a quarter, and I wait until somebody's about to bring one back, and I sort of before they bring it back, I'm like, oh, I'll just take it. Thank you. Here's, and that. So I sort of get a free luggage cart
out of someone.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, can I just I don't have a quarter,
It gives, and as they're most likely just a regular passerby, they're like, yeah, whatever, who cares, it's a quarter. And they give you the cart, and so now you have your cart.
I can't tell who's the bigger criminal, the Reverend or Graybeard.
And I go over and I wait for my solid gold luggage to come around on the carousel.
God damn it.
Why wasn't that part of one of the 3 bags I was selecting?
The Reverend.
Oh, look, a gold one. Let me get the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It's not really solid. It's plated, but all right.
right, yeah. So you get your luggage. How many pieces do you have?
Just one. I packed relatively light.
Okay.
I didn't really actually need the cart. I just wanted to, pull a fast one.
All right, so you have your cart, and you have your luggage on it. And how much stuff did you bring, Tyler?
I had the trunk, which would have had the weapons that I was bringing with, and then just a regular suitcase of clothes.
Okay. You see the suitcase, and but you don't see the trunk. You're kind of trying to figure out where the trunk went.
Yeah, but flagging down some attendant.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I can't apologize more. I have no idea where there could have possibly gone. If you want, you can go hang out in the Tim Hortons we have over there and wait for us to contact you."
Is everything I eat on the house? It better be. I'm gonna grab him by
yes,
the shirt.
Course.
Alright, that's what I thought. I'm just gonna push him down and go eat at Tim Hortons.
Okay, you go over to Tim Hortons and get of multiple amounts of anything. You can get all the donuts you want, probably.
Poutine.
Yeah.
Poutine.
Yeah, we can. It might as well.
Delicious.
All right. So Sick Rhymes and Graybeard are together. What are you guys gonna do now that you're getting ready to leave the airport?
I actually forgot my bag entirely because I thought the bag I was pushing, that's Graybeard's, I thought it was mine. So I just leave my baggage on the carousel and just go with Graybeard.
All right. Suddenly there is, oh god, we'll say it's the flight that's coming in from Toronto. It's trying to land, but there's something a little bit wrong. There's fire coming out of one of the engines. And
a little wrong.
A little wrong.
That's a little wrong. Something's weird.
It's a little wrong.
It's a little off.
All right. I rolled a d20, rolled a 19. It's coming in on fire, and it slams into the runway, and glides past the airport. Just starts spitting flames everywhere. As it hits the end of the runway, it kind of just comes to a grinding halt, and then the side door bursts open, and you just see what looks like people flooding out onto the tarmac, just running and jumping over top of each other and stuff, and just clawing at each other. And what do you guys do? How do you guys respond to that?
So that they come off and they're clawing each other, trying to get over, or attacking each other.
There are some. It looks like there are a few people that are out ahead that are trying to get away, and but they are they're getting chased down and mauled by the other people.
I immediately vomit and finally work out the rest of the alcohol out of my system, so I'm no longer inebriated, just very weak from constant vomit.
I open up the Minnie Mouse bag and see if there's anything I can comfort Sick Rhymes with.
There's a you see that
I can make some children's Tylenol.
You see that
I'll take it.
You see that there are just miscellaneous items that would be in a children's bag, there's some little t-shirts and stuff, and you're like, what is this bag? Why did I grab this? You notice there's a little teddy bear in there. You kind of pull that out and give it to him.
Feel better.
I wipe my mouth with the bear to get rid of the last bit of vomit.
Do you do anything else with the bear? Or you just wipe your mouth with it?
I just throw it away immediately.
Yeah, I ditched the rest of the bag too because I'm like, well, that was
That was a dumb grab.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys don't. So other than that, other than throwing up, and is that even induced by the plane crash that just happened outside?
A little column A, a little column B.
Okay.
My character takes it pretty calmly. He's like, I've seen this before.
I'm starting to regret my decision of saving him.
What does the Reverend do?
Well, so am I? I'm thinking like, what would my original plan have been? I'd probably try and like rent a car. So I don't really have any way of getting to the polar bear bed and breakfast that I'm staying at. So, I mean, I guess I could like try and get there on. Like, I'm thinking I've got to get out of here, right? Like, I don't even care what's going on, right? There's people like mauling other people. I just got to go. So, like, I'm thinking to myself, what the fastest way? It's probably easiest. I sort of just like run over to the I drop my luggage. I run over to the rental counter and I say, "Quick, I'm on clerical business. I need a van immediately."
All right, roll a bluff check.
I don't trust him. I don't know if he's really a reverend. I feel like he's just a con artist.
All right, he says.
I rolled 17, and then I have 1 for bluff.
Yeah.
18.
So, he looks you up and down and sees that you're like, are you wearing the standard clerical garb with the white collar?
Yeah, so the little white in the middle.
Okay. He believes what you're saying, and he looks at you and he said,
"It's like an Oreo."
All we have to rent right now are vans, like moving van, like not moving vans, but like transport vans. Is that okay?"
Like a shuttle bus, like a little shuttle.
Like kind of like a Ram, like one of the old Dodge Ram vans.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of, but it's got like room.
Like
for
a Ford E350 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Okay, he gives you the keys. They look kind of old and beaten down. He's like, "This is the last rental we have. He's like, I don't know what happened to the rest of the rentals we had. Like just like an hour and a half ago, we had other keys." So he gives you the van keys, and you just like book it out to the van.
How conveniently plot driven.
Tyler, how do you react?
I'm gonna hop over the counter of the Tim Hortons and find either some sort of broom or knife. And whatever I find, if I find a broom or something, I'm just gonna snap the handle and grab a donut and head back to see if my luggage is there.
Alright, I'm gonna roll to see what you find real quick.
Alright.
As someone who just drank his body weight in tiny bottles of scotch, this Tyler guy's intense.
You find one of those, one of the brooms with it kind of has like a plastic handle.
Plastic, not wood?
Not wood.
Alright, they'll have to do.
You also find a little metal dustpan.
Alright, might come in handy. I'll take a broom in one hand and a dustpan in the other. And I'll head back to see if my trunk ever showed up.
He's gonna clean up this world.
And out of the corner of your eye, you see your trunk in the airport, being pulled along by Sick Rhymes' character. And how do you react?
I'm gonna drop into a full sprint and start tell him to drop the trunk as I'm like winding up to like nail him with the broom.
Oh, all right.
Are you still drunk?
No, he didn't drink. He slept most of the flight.
Oh, that's right.
No, we're the alcoholic stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Graybeard and Sick Rhymes, what do you guys do? You just see.
Can I do a reaction saving throw, like against his, like if he's coming at me? Because I got evasion, so I wasn't sure.
He's just charging at you right now, getting ready to hit you in the face.
And are we still indoor or outdoor of the airport? Because I'm like, is there like, could I look around for a vehicle to escape with?
Well, we still have to go through customs because we came from the United States.
Well, that whole thing is like gone to shit. Like these are people panicking all over the place.
Okay,
just running
so we're
around.
just rushing out of the building at this point. Right?
No, I have nothing to declare. No, the holy hand grenade is not covered by customs.
That was actually in your luggage. You checked that.
Okay.
So it's still in your luggage unless you're going.
I didn't
your
find it and snack it.
Yeah, I think once we see Tyler running at us, at least I see him, and so I just drop the trunk and just book it. Like I don't care whose trunk it is anymore, and I just get the hell out of there.
Okay, so you guys are all running out. Tyler, what do you do? Do you go for your case?
I'm gonna open it up and pull out the hatchet, tuck the knife into my boot, and then hurl the Winchester over my shoulder and grab a box of ammo.
Okay.
Jesus.
And then you're just gonna skedaddle out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out the opposite side of the airport. I guess where everyone else inside's running.
Yeah. You see. Outside, you see a parking lot just like filled with people trying to get in cars and such, and you actually see that there's a rather large looking van sitting nearby, with a man getting inside of it wearing all black, and I guess you go over to that one.
I'm just basically as I'm walking over, I'm just loading up the gun with some ammo. I mean, like, I'm commandeering this vehicle.
All right, Reverend, what do you say to that?
I don't know. I'm sort of shocked. I'm like, no, you can't. I'm not gonna like fight him though. I'm gonna just like sort of slide over to the passenger seat or whatever. Is there a center console in those vans?
No,
I'm not entirely sure.
No,
Reverend, here, asking the important questions.
No, there are captain's chairs in the front.
Okay, yeah. So I sort of just slide over to the passenger seat, which is good because I don't like to drive myself anyway.
Alright, so you're willing to have a companion with you?
Yeah, I'm sort of upset right now because, you know, obviously, he's sort of jacking the van, but, you know, I guess I'm sort of glad that there's somebody else that wants to get away from the airport.
Sick Rhymes and Graybeard, what do you guys do? You guys are hauling ass out of the airport. What are you guys doing?
I was hoping we'd be looking for something to commandeer as well. Hopefully, I was thinking, like, there's probably, like, a cop car somewhere that's unattended. We gotta get a cop car.
You actually do, you do kind of see there's a police officer cruiser, like a police cruiser.
It's actually a Toyota Prius that's just painted to look like a police cruiser.
And
Good Lord.
it has a pair of fake moose antlers on the front.
Yeah, like the kind like you roll up in your window around Christmas time.
Yeah, and yeah, and it looks like it's vacated right now because the police are trying to calm everyone down and get into the airport and see what's going on. And at that moment, you look behind you and you see the tarmac, like the gate. There's a fencing that goes around. This is a smaller airport. There's kind of fencing that goes around, and you can see more of the flaming individuals, like the people that are on fire, come slam into the fencing and start to move the fencing, like push it down and start to knock it over.
Oh God. Yeah.
People are just in complete panic, running, trying to get into vehicles. You see more people getting mauled by what look now like like brick charred people.
Why are these people just catching fire?
You think it might be have something to do with the explosion that happened in Newark, but you're not sure. What do you guys do? You guys get in the car and take the cop car?
I say, let's take this car. Let's take it far. Let's get the hell out of this airport yard.
And I said, as long as you ride shotgun. So Graybeard is taking the drive, and I have 2 for drive, if that counts.
Yep, and Sick Rhymes actually has 3 for drive.
Oh shit!
So you both can drive. You guys are proficient at driving.
Also, I am a state trooper, so
right,
I know cops.
I know, but that's the irony. It's like I'm like, just watch me.
You guys get into the melee, basically, of cars and try to get out of the lot. So, what are you guys doing in the van? Are you guys using the van for stuff, or?
How are you guys? Is it making progress through the sea of like panicking people?
Yeah, what do you guys do in this situation with this van?
I mean, I'm in the passenger seat right now, and I sort of pull out my little pocket Bible, and you know I open
Shaking
it up
in
to
your
like
boots.
and I think it's the end of days, and so you know I start praying, you know, making the sign of the cross, and I open my wallet, get out my credit card, call the credit card company. How much money do I? What's my balance? My credit limit. Comfort me.
All right, so what do you do, Tyler?
I'm assuming that it's probably congested trying to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're driving a pretty large vehicle, though, so you might be able to drive through some of it.
Is there any access roads? Like around the airport, maybe?
Yeah, there's one from each, like, there's a road that passes directly next to the airport, that there's a little, like, path that leads from the airport parking lot into the road. It's not an actual, like, road that you would drive through. It's more of like a walking path. It's like paved with sidewalk because
we're going that way.
Close by.
We're going off-roading.
Okay, so you guys
gonna buckle up, Reverend.
Oh God.
You guys drive over this like sidewalk area to the road, and everyone kind of is like freaking out in the parking lot because there are people getting eaten and shit. And getting mauled by other people.
We can actually sort of see what's like the gruesome detail from where we are now.
Yeah, because you guys are sitting pretty high up. You can see over most of the cars. You can see people just like dying all over the place.
Oh my God. Is it all sort of behind us, or are we sort of heading away from the action?
You guys are starting to head away from the action. I'm gonna roll another d20 and check something.
I was going to just say I slam into Graybeard and I tell, follow that guy. He seems like he knows what
17.
he's doing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I rolled a 17. You guys actually, to get through to that spot, you guys may or may not have sideswiped and like T-boned a couple of small sedans, and you noticed that there were already people inside the sedans that were like, what the? And then they just got pushed to the side, basically. As this huge van just drives right through. And now there's an open path to that area, so do you guys want to follow them in the cop car?
Yeah,
Absolutely, yes.
Of course.
Okay.
He nudges me and tells me, look at this open path, and it's a no-brainer.
All right.
Should I listen to the
drive through?
Should I listen to the crazy homeless wizard or follow Snake Plissken over there in the van?
I'm rolling another d20. You guys are driving through, and you actually run over one of the charred bodies, and it squishes under. It's a rather large bump that you guys hit when you run through. I rolled a 2.
I'm starting to wonder if Graybeard did that intentionally.
Probably.
At this point, we see a cop car sort of pull out behind us and sort of follow us through all of these cars that we're pushing through. And so I sort of see this from the passenger seat of the van, and I turn around and I'm like, the cops are after us. What have you done?
And you witness
I'm
us drive over a charred body.
Right, like I'm already sort of in shock at the trauma and gore that's occurring around me. But
yeah,
now
you saw them in the rearview mirror run over one of the blackened bodies laying on the ground.
Yeah, so now I think the cops are evil and they're coming after us. It's zombie cops.
I'm gonna roll again and see if you guys saw it.
I mean, based off sick rhymes, it's an understandable impression that you have about evil cops.
You guys were all kind of like looking through the rear view mirrors at the carnage that was happening behind you, and after you ran over the body, you actually see it start to crawl a little bit afterwards.
Yeah. Oh God.
So it's a little disgusting. All right,
and you hear a loud yeehaw from Graybeard.
And you roll a d10 for a yeehaw.
A d10 for the yeehaw to know the volume of the yeehaw.
Yeah, if he rolls a 1, he
rolled a
collapses
4.
along.
Yeah, roll a d10 to see how
I just rolled a 4.
Okay.
It's like a weak
it's a
cough.
moderately loud.
It hurts my ears, but no one else's.
Yeah.
It's not as loud as the sirens, because we definitely have the sirens going.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
the Reverend is shitting his pants.
Tyler, what are you doing with the police car following you guys?
I'm just gonna ignore it and probably try to get out of town.
Okay, do you guys follow them?
Yeah, since I'm driving, I pretty much just want to race at this point. I'm like, my adrenaline's pumping, shit's getting crazy, let's go. So this is the only person that seems to know how to drive in this part of town. Everyone else is freaking the fuck out. So I'm following this guy.
Alright, well, you guys are heading toward... Wait, no, Dubs, didn't you say you were going away from town?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys are driving out of town then. If I forgot.
Where does that go? Into, like, wilderness or what?
Let me see, actually.
God forbid Montreal.
It's just a small... You guys are actually
You randomly encounter Terrence and Philip.
you guys are. Let's see, what road are you driving down?
We're gonna get viewers that are gonna write to us and say
You're
totally
driving.
messed up the directions in our town because when you go south you're actually heading into town.
Is that Canadian? Is that supposed to be Canadian?
We don't want anyone listening to our podcast.
You guys are going down a state road. You can't. It's probably like a highway, but you guys are going down this state road, and there's like wilderness around you.
Would it be a Providence road? Because it's in Canada.
I guess it would be It would be a Providence highway.
Sorry, I'm just being a dick.
It's all right. And you actually notice there is like it's one of the only roads you can see.
All these roads go like nowhere.
There's just everything's covered in snow around you, pretty much. There are like you see houses every so often, but they're set far off. There's a road that shows up maybe an hour and a half down, and you see like a nice set of lakes next to each other.
I try to make small talk with sick rhymes. I'm like, boy, I haven't stolen a cop car in a couple months.
I just stare at him and say, I'm a state trooper.
I'm just like, you really, yeah. I kind of shit my pants, not realizing.
All right, what's going on with Tyler and the Reverend?
I'm still freaking out. You know, I'm still sort of like, we must repent. We must pull over and produce identification. You have your passport.
Just freaking out about
you know, just freaking out. Yeah, it's like I haven't gone through customs, you know, so I'm worried that I'm gonna get deported or whatever, or like thrown in Canadian prison. And I've lost. I had a tiny little box of business cards for my tax preparation services, and that fell out somewhere back in the terminal. Yeah, I'm a mess.
He's a mess. The two people behind him have been throwing up on themselves all day.
Yeah, I'll pull over. These cops have been following us for a while with their lights on, and there's been no other helicopters or cop cars. So I'll pull over and see what's up.
I asked to borrow Sick Rhyme's hat and say, can I handle this one?
Well, first off, do you guys stop behind them?
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I'm pulling them over. That's the whole idea. They've been going for a long time.
His hat isn't with him. He's on vacation.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn it.
But there is a Mountie hat in the back seat.
Okay, I'm going to
training.
take that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pretend to be a cop, because I might as well.
All right, you guys see this this drunken... not drunken. He's probably still drunk, but he's wearing...
Yeah, I mean, I drank a whole box of wine, so I think I'm a little drunker than Sick Rhymes was.
Yeah, I threw it all up, so I'm clean.
The guy get out of the car, he's got a huge gray beard, and he's got a Mountie hat on. But other than that, he's wearing this mismatched jumble of winter clothes. And he's wearing like a pink mitten and like a blue scarf and like just a random assortment of clothing. And he comes sauntering up in his best police saunter to the side of the car. Tyler, you immediately recognize him as one of the guys who had your luggage.
When I assume he's gonna come up to the window.
Yes,
Yeah, he comes up to the window.
I'm gonna open the door right into him.
Oh my god.
Do you have to roll, or is that just what happens?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll reflex.
18.
Okay, you kind of like sidestep it a little bit as the door swings out. You just back up, and it whiffs past you.
In the process, though, I dropped the taxidermy rabbit.
Okay. All
Now
right,
there's this odd connection
you
between
see this
us.
weird stuffed rabbit fall out of his jacket.
No, look at the rabbit. Look at him. Look at the rabbit. Look at him. So where'd you find that one? Looks kind of familiar.
The reason I pulled you over is because you left this at the airport.
No, I didn't leave it. It wasn't there. I know it wasn't there.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I'm a taxidermist too.
You actually do look the part. So, what's your biggest animal you stuffed?
I would say a black bear.
Black bear. To kill it yourself?
No, I'm not a hunter.
So you won't know how one of these look, and I'm gonna pull up the Winchester and put it to his chest.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, can I try to sneak into the back of the van behind the Reverend and just like pretend like I've been there the whole time? Just like, oh hey guys, I have a move silently, so.
It's simultaneously I dive into the back of the van because I see him pull out the gun, which I hadn't seen earlier.
All right. Roll your d20 for the move silently check.
Yeah, I've moved +3 for Dex bonus and 2 ranks, so I got a 5 plus
All right,
7, so 12.
You open the door, and it makes a little bit of noise, but he doesn't really notice. But you jump in the van, and you're laying on your stomach inside the van, face to face with the Reverend, who's also laying on his stomach in like the aisle down the middle of the van. So you guys are kind of laying on the floor, just staring at each other.
So you come here often?
The Reverend vomits.
And as the gun is in my chest, I say, I think you're gonna need to clean that one up.
You don't see this happen.
No, I hear it. The yak.
Oh yeah, you hear a little puking noise from outside.
Just that little.
Well, I'm gonna look back at the vomit at the Reverend.
Oh, I'm gonna steal the gun if I can.
We'll see how that goes.
God, this is the worst group. Like, they were just attacking
I'm
each
just
other.
rolling my own bodily fluids.
Well, you don't have sleight of hand.
Oh shit. Okay.
So what would that be?
He can do a sleight of hand, but it's going to be at a -4 because he's not trained in it.
Okay, yeah, you can try to roll a sleight of hand on it, I guess.
Yeah, he's got a penalty.
All right. Wow.
All right, so you rolled a 4. You kind of just reach for it haphazardly, and he slaps your hand away.
I look at Tyler and I just go, so where are we going? Like, I just assume I'm part of the group now because he looked like he knew where he was going.
I was just saying out of here, but I don't know where this road's going, and I don't know how much gas is in here. But now we got a puke car, so we're taking your car.
Back in
All
the cop
so
car.
you guys all get in the cop car. Who's driving?
I'll drive.
Okay.
Well, before we get in the car, though, I check the trunk, and there's all sorts of weapons, and I grab at least one.
Wait a second.
Well, I think you checked the trunk.
I see what you mean.
Weapons in there.
Yeah.
Rolled a 12.
good
You don't
point.
get to
Alright,
choose what's in the trunk.
You notice there's a vest in there. There's one bulletproof vest in there, just a regular police vest, and there's another Mountie hat and a Mountie uniform sitting back there, and there is a small box of 9mm rounds and a small handgun.
Okay, I'm grabbing that bad boy and the ammo.
Okay. The box has 20 rounds in it.
Cool.
I'm going to try and do a sleight of hand and take the gun away from Graybeard because he's psychotic, and I don't trust him with a gun.
It's empty.
I don't trust you with the gun, even an empty one.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to roll d20 and get the +7 for sleight of hand. I got 11, so 18.
Okay, you take the gun from him.
I say I'm just going to take this and keep it away from Mr. Crazybeard.
And I start whining like a little kid, like, come on, man.
It's just a gun, man.
All the cool
turn
kids
into
have
Big
one.
Lebowski.
The
All
gun
right,
pulls the room together.
All right, so now that the police officer has a gun,
Oh, does Graybeard have the bullets?
Yes, I do.
It is
yeah,
empty.
he still has the bullets.
Okay, I'll let him have the bullets.
All right, this is a sign of trust.
Yeah.
You guys are on your way to a little town called Gillam, Canada. God, what I can never remember the name of the province. It's almost irrelevant though. You're heading south, and the road you're on basically just leads to Gillam. So yeah, you guys are. It takes you a couple hours to get there, so you guys travel for a couple hours.
I spot an elk and suggest to Tyler that we kill it and stuff it.
Wait, would you have to do a perception check to see if you spot the elk?
Well, it's like there's like nothing really around you right now.
Okay, so no creatures.
Yeah, well, no, I mean like in terms of like super forest and stuff. So there's like a lot of snow around
Okay.
you. You can see some trees in the distance, so you would be able to spot an elk pretty easily. It would stand out against the snow.
Okay.
So you guys get to this little town called Gillam. It takes you about 3.5, 4 hours to get there. It's a nice little trek, and you guys probably just like sleep or something along the way. It's just a standard car ride. Your car is not out of gas, however. It's you're down to probably like, I don't know, I'd say just under half a tank. It was pretty much full when you took it from the airport. There's a couple things in Gillam. There's a couple places you could go. There's Doug's Lodge on Watanabe Avenue, and also down the street there is Aurora Gardens Motel and Restaurant, and there's a public pool which is currently closed because it's wintertime, and there's also Gillam Delight, which is a little diner, and Mile 327, which is also another little diner. There's a small shopping center in the town.
I really hope you're just going through Google Maps and like Street View and just telling us what's in this actual town.
There's a hair There's a hair. not Street View. But close. It's on Google Maps. There's a place called Hair Whiz that you think might be a hairdresser. There's also a small airport, Gillam Airport. So you guys go to Doug's Lodge on Watanabe Avenue, and you guys have. I take it most of you guys have money on you.
I got a few bucks.
I found some.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of money.
Found some in the luggage.
Well, you're in luck. Canada takes this place takes American currency.
I was gonna say we ran off the plane, so I assume we all have American currency.
You guys couldn't get any exchange.
Yeah.
They're a rather forward-thinking style establishment, so they take most forms of North American currency.
Even pesos?
Even the peso. They are actually installing a Bitcoin station.
Wow.
Can I roll to see how much Bitcoin I have when I check my account?
Let's see what he gets. A 4.
Alright, you realize you have probably what equals about $20 in American dollars in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I use that for my sleeping fare.
He gives you a bedroll, like a
sleeping bag.
a sleeping bag, and says that you can bunk in one of the other people's rooms. That
Nice.
you.
That's better than usual.
Yep. So you guys go to your rooms, and that's the day. You guys had an eventful day.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. This is Matt, also known as Reverend W.E. Whig. We had a really fun time recording this episode. It was part of the same recording session as episode 1, so if you can tell that there were a few audio hiccups, we're still learning, we're still getting better at it. Next episode is going to be coming out April 21st, which is a Tuesday, so look forward to that. If you enjoyed the episode and you're listening from iTunes, please leave a rating and a review. It really does help. Basically, the better quality of show that we can put out for you guys, because we're spending less time on growing the community and growing the audience and more time on producing really great content for all of you to listen to. So definitely leave a rating, leave a review, leave a like. If you see it on Facebook, share it, let your friends know. Every little bit helps. It really does. If you are interested in doing some fan art, you can send us your fan art at our Tumblr, almostbetterthandragons.tumblr.com. and we'll post it and we'll share it with everybody. You can also get in touch with us via email at almostbetterthandragons@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook if you haven't already, and like the Facebook page. Just search for Almost Better Than Dragons. Yeah, we really enjoy doing this show for you guys. We've had such an amazing time. we cut so much out of these episodes. We record for maybe an hour and a half for each episode, and what you guys end up hearing is roughly 40 to 45, 50 minutes. And we have to cut out a lot of sort of redundant or boring stuff, but we really put sort of our hearts and souls into this. We've already recorded the next few episodes, and we're working on editing them and putting them together and making them good. And the best way that you can tell us that you want more episodes sooner and faster is by liking the show, sharing the show, leaving ratings, leaving reviews. Like I said, it really, really, really does help. So thank you very much again for listening on behalf of not only myself, but also the rest of the crew. And we'll see you on April 21st.